Different types of filing systems in public offices. So, what is filing system? A file is a collection of office records bound together. A file is essentially a collection of office papers that are grouped and stored together. These papers are often bound within covers to keep them in one place. Think of it as a way to organize different types of documents like letters, reports, or memos, all related to a specific subject or task. It helps in quick disposal of work. In a simple office setting, files are used to reduce or make it easier to handle work and processes. It organizes raw data into a structured format for easy retrieval and analysis. When you receive or send a lot of papers, a filing system helps you keep them in track in a smooth and organized way. Filing is a systematic arrangement and disposal of documents for efficient business operations. The goal is that these papers are not just sitting around in random piles. Instead, they are arranged so they can be easily accessed, understood, and used when needed. Filing helps organize the data or papers you receive or send in a way that it's easy to manage and find them later. So, why is a filing system important? Now, you might wonder, why do we need a proper filing system? Well, imagine if every document you've received was just left in a big stack without any order. Over a time, it would become impossible to find almost anything. And it would take a lot of time to dig through all that paper when you need to find a specific document. This is where a filing system becomes very important. It facilitates easy identification, sorting, storage, and retrieval of documents. It is essential due to the large volumes of documents handled by organizations. It functions as a library for storing and protecting records. It helps in building organizational reputation through efficient handling of correspondence. It ensures legal and historical records are preserved for future reference. A good filing system helps with identifying and sorting papers and documents correctly and storing these documents in an organized way. Retrieving or finding the documents quickly when they are needed. In an organization, especially in a government office, there are tons of papers and documents to manage. Without a filing system, it would be difficult to handle all of this information efficiently. A proper filing system helps the office to perform like a library where documents are maintained and protected systematically, ensuring that they can be found when needed. Not only that, but certain documents need to be kept for many years, such as records, legal records, or official orders or records. A filing system ensures that these papers they do not get lost or damaged over time, making sure that they can be accessed in future if needed. Characteristics of an efficient filing system. Just having a filing system is not enough. The system needs to be efficient to serve its purpose. For a filing system to work properly, it needs to have certain characteristics. Here are the key things that make a filing system efficient. Quick and easy access. An efficient filing system should allow users to easily find the data or document they need. It should provide a clear guide to the location of all files, helping people quickly locate and the information they are looking for. Ability to add new information. As time goes on, more documents will be added to the system. The filing system should be able to absorb new documents easily and keep all the information up to date. This helps the office maintain relevant records over time. Low response time. When someone needs a specific document, the system should allow them to retrieve it quickly. The response time for finding documents should be low, meaning there should not be any unnecessary delays when looking for some important papers. Efficient use of space. A good filing system should not take up too much space. The files should be stored in a way that they don't clutter the office or storage area. Even with a large number of documents, space should be used effectively and efficiently. Minimal costs of resources. The materials like folders, cabinets, and other equipment they needed which are needed for filing system should be cost effective. This means the system should not be too expensive or too expensive to maintain. The resources should be affordable and in line with the budget of the organization. Affordable labor costs. It's important to keep the salaries and allowances for filing clerks or staff members working with the system to a reasonable level. This system should not be a financial burden on the organization. Future oriented. A good filing system should anticipate future needs. This means thinking ahead about the types of documents that the office will need to store and how they will need to access them in future. The system should be flexible enough to handle growth and change over time. Result oriented. The system should be focused on getting results. This means that filing system should only keep the necessary documents. It should avoid storing too much unnecessary information that can make the system cluttered and harder to manage. Classification of filing system. A filing system is a way to organize and store documents efficiently. To make sure files are arranged in an organized way, different types of filing systems are used. These systems help to manage the papers, making them easy to access whenever needed. There are five main types of filing systems which are commonly used. They are alphabetical system, numerical system, chronological system, geographical system, and subject-wise system. Now let's look into these systems in detail. Alphabetical system. This system is pretty straightforward. Files are arranged alphabetically. This means the files are sorted based on the names of the people or clients or companies or even subjects. It's like how we organize books in a library or how a phone book is arranged. So, how does it work? Imagine you have a file on a client named John and another on Alice. In alphabetical system, Alice would come before John because A comes before John, J. So, what are the pros of this system? With this type of system, it's easy to understand and follow because it's just like organizing things in the way most people are used to. What are the cons? The big drawback is that this system doesn't consider how the files are used or organized for the specific tasks of the office. So, for government offices, where organization needs to be more functional and systematic, this system might not work well. Numerical system. In the numerical system, each file is assigned a unique number rather than a name. This system is useful for organizing documents like invoices, bills, purchase orders, or other records that are already numbered. If a company sends you an invoice, that invoice might have a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number would be used to organize the file and to find the file. To find the file, you would use the number instead of the client or company name. What are the pros? of this system. It can be expanded indefinitely because you can just keep adding numbers as you receive more and more files. And the cons are the retrieval process can be slower. Since numbers don't directly tell you what the document is about, you will need to cross reference it with an index. This makes it less efficient and not very useful for government offices that need to retrieve information quickly. Chronological system. In the chronological system, files are organized based on dates. This system is useful for keeping track of documents that need to be followed up at specific times or require updates like court hearings or tax filings. If you receive a document today, it would go into the file marked with today's date. If you receive another one tomorrow, it would be filed with tomorrow's date, and so on. Pros of this system are that it's useful for tracking activities that happen on specific dates and for keeping records up to date automatically. And the cons include this system works best when you need to follow up on certain tasks. It's not ideal for organizing general office records since information isn't grouped by subject or theme. Geographical system. This system organizes files based on geographical location. For example, files could be sorted by countries, cities, or regions. It's often used by businesses that work across different regions, like sales companies or service organizations. So, how does it work? A company that provides services across the country might have all the files organized according to state. So all the documents which are, for example, related to Hyderabad, they will go to the folder called Hyderabad, and all the documents related to Delhi would go in a Delhi folder. This is very helpful for businesses or offices that operate in multiple locations or regions and need to track activities specific to each area. It will be easy to track activities which are specific to that particular area. However, it can be a bit complicated if the office deals with a large number of locations, and it may not make sense for organizations that don't operate regionally. Subject wise system. In this system, files are arranged by subjects or topics. It's like organizing files by themes or categories such as finance, human resource, marketing, or customer service. Imagine you have a lot of documents about employees in your company. All employee related documents will be filed under the HR or employee records category. This helps things neat and group based on the subject matter. It's highly effective for organizations that deal with many different subjects and need to find documents based on specific topics. While this is a good system, it's important to carefully choose the categories to make sure they are clear and logical. Sometimes the subject headings need to be updated or added over time, which can be a bit challenging. Maintenance of files. Files should be maintained carefully in order to keep everything organized and up to date. In government offices, the general rule is that each subject should have one file only. However, sometimes more than one file might be created for the same subject or multiple subjects, or multiple subjects might be included in a single file. In these cases, all files are properly linked together with clear references so they don't get mixed up. In addition to the files, notes are an important part of the system. These notes includes comments, opinions, and information from different officers or experts about the subject being dealt with. This helps provide context for decisions and ensures everyone knows what has been discussed or decided. Routine matters. For simple tasks or routine matters like holiday notices, or unclassified information, new files are usually not opened. Instead, These things are often noted directly on the original documents. Filing system in Government of India. In government offices, an efficient filing system is essential for managing and storing the numerous documents and communications which are generated in the course of daily operations. The filing system ensures that all records, decisions, and correspondence are systematically organized so they can be retrieved quickly when needed, preserving the efficiency and transparency of government operations. The filing system in the Government of India is often governed by formal and standard procedures that help ensure consistency across various departments despite their diversity in function. Now let's break down how the filing system operates in detail. Traditional filing system or subject classification. The subject classification system or traditional filing system is the traditional method followed by Indian government to organize files. In this system, each file is opened based on specific subject or issue. For instance, a department may receive many files related to particular issue like foreigners' visas, immigration, or taxation. The government then assigns each of these files a number that relates to the particular subject head. While subject classification seems simple and straightforward, it doesn't always ensure uniformity across different departments. The same subject may be named differently in various ministries, leading to inconsistent naming conventions. This inconsistency makes it difficult to retrieve documents on the same subject, especially when the same topic is handled by multiple departments. For instance, one department may label a file as visa or foreign nationals, while another may call it immigration procedures. This inconsistency leads to difficulties when trying to access relevant files quickly. Functional filing system. It's a more efficient approach. To address these issues mentioned before, which we have talked before, the Government of India began adopting the functional filing system, which is more structured and comprehensive. The functional filing system is designed to improve uniformity, reduce confusion, and enhance retrieval efficiency. In this system, files are organized based on functions that are handled by different government departments rather than just one subject matter. A function represents a core task or some activity that a department regularly performs. The functional filing system divides the files into broad categories based on basic functions or departments. These functions are analyzed, and the department's work is divided into main and sub functions. This system is highly systematic and allows for quick and easy reference across departments. So, how does the functional filing system work? It works through functional heads, primary heads, and secondary heads. Functional heads, these represent the core functions or major activities performed by the particular department. For example, in the Ministry of Home Affairs, a functional head could be Foreigners Affairs. Then primary heads. These are specific activities which are within the major function. Continuing with the Ministry of Home Affairs, the primary head under Foreigner Affairs could be a grant of visa or passport services. And the secondary heads, these represent more detailed aspects of the primary activities. For example, under the grant of visa, a secondary head could be tourist visa applications, business visa applications, or work visa applications. Files in the functional filing system are assigned a code number that provides a clear structure for identification. The code typically follows a standard format that includes different sections like functional head, primary head, secondary head, serial number, year of creation, section identifier. Advantages of functional filing system. It has uniformity. This system ensures that all files across the departments are opened using a consistent approach, making them easier to categorize and retrieve, and improved retrieval. Since files are organized based on core functions and their subdivisions, it's much easier to locate and retrieve a file based on its content. Cross department coordination. In a particular subject or task, it involves multiple departments. The functional filing system makes it easier to trace relevant files across different sections. For instance, if a file related to foreign affairs is passed, the immigration department, the functional code helps identify it even if it is transferred between departments. And another advantage is that efficiency. Files are easy to sort, store, and access, which saves time for the employees who need to retrieve them. And other advantages include adaptability and reduced confusion. Now let's look into next system, single filing system in Government of India. In addition to functional filing system, the Government of India also employs the single filing system for specific cases where proposals or documents need to be handled in a more direct and centralized manner. Under this system, the file itself is sent directly to the ministry or higher authority instead of creating separate files for proposals. This makes it easier to track a single, self contained document or proposal through its life cycle. How the single filing system works. Subordinate offices. When a proposal or a document is ready for review or approval, it's sent directly to the relevant ministry or department. There's no need to open a separate file for the proposal. The original file from the subordinate office contains all the necessary documents and references. The ministry then reviews the proposal and decisions are made directly on the file. Then the file remains with the ministry until the decision is recorded. Each file is given a unique tracking number to ensure it can be traced back to lower formation if needed. Once a decision has been made on the proposal, the file is then returned to the originating office with a formal record. Maintenance of files in government. Once the files are created, it is essential to ensure that they are maintained properly. The maintenance of files involves the following key practices, such as file handling. Each file is assigned to a responsible officer who ensures that it is updated, handled, and maintained properly. And linking of files. Sometimes related subjects or issues may be dealt within different files. In such cases, files are linked to ensure all relevant documents can be found when needed. Notes section. A significant part of government files in the notes section where officers, ministers, or experts make comments and provide their feedback on the issue at hand. Routine matters. Routine matters such as holiday notices or information requests may not require a new file. In such cases, documents are simply marked and handled as informal correspondence, and no formal filing is done. So we have completed block 4. Now let's look into block 5, office machinery and services, which consists of 3 units. Unit 12, office machines and equipment. Unit 13, office automation. Unit 14, office services. Today let's discuss Unit 12, office machines and equipment. And tomorrow let's discuss units 13 and 14. Office machines and equipment. Office machines are crucial tools for efficient office administration. They assist in speeding up various administrative processes. Office machines and equipments are tools used in offices to make work easier and faster. These machines are very important because they help people do tasks more efficiently. For example, machines like computers, printers, and fax machines, they help workers complete their jobs quickly and with fewer mistakes. Over time, These machines have changed the way offices work, making everything from typing to filing much easier. Before, all work was done by hand, but now most tasks in offices can be done with machines, saving time and effort. In this unit, we will be covering aspects of office mechanization, procurement, and maintenance of office machines. Evolution of office machines. Office machines have evolved significantly since the invention of the typewriter in 1873. Machines today handle virtually all types of office operations, and office mechanization has progressed at a faster rate than industrial mechanization. Impact of mechanization. Mechanization, which first came to factory process, is now moving into office and administrative processes. Mechanization has saved many offices from overwhelming amounts of paper. It has introduced new and streamlined methods that have speed up information handling and unclogged channels of communication both within and outside an organization. Why office machines are important? Office machines have become very important for business today. They allow workers to do their jobs faster, and in some cases, they can even do jobs that people used to do manually. For example, a machine like a calculator can add numbers much faster and more accurately than a person could. These machines have been around for a long time and they have helped improve offices in many ways. They help in making communication quicker, handling information better, and even saving space in offices. The need for office machines has grown because offices now have more work to do and it's hard to keep up with it without the help of machines. Advantages of using office machines. There are many reasons why using office machines is beneficial. Let's look at a few of them. Economy, which means saving money. One of the biggest benefits of the office machines is that they help save money. Machines reduce the need for too many workers and they make tasks faster. For example, instead of hiring many people to do same task, a single machine can do it more quickly and at a lower cost. This helps the office save on salaries and other costs. Reduced monotony means making work less boring. Many office tasks like writing the same information over and over or sealing envelopes over and over can get boring. When people do these tasks for a long time, they get tired and lose interest. But when machines do these tasks, the workers don't get as tired and the job gets done faster. This helps workers stay happy and focused. Better quality of work. Machines can do things more accurately than humans. For example, when using a calculator or computer, the results are precise and correct. This means that the work done by machines is usually higher quality than when humans do the same by hand. Speed. Machines are much faster than people. Tasks that once used to take days or weeks, such as processing results for exams, which can now be done in a fraction of time with the help of machines. This speed is important in today's fast paced world because it allows business to respond to customers and clients more quickly. Standardization of tasks. Machines can also help make work more consistent. For example, when someone types a letter on a computer, it will look the same every time, no matter who types it. This is important when you want to maintain a professional and uniform appearance in all the work you do. Large scale production or handling large workloads. Machines are also good at handling large amounts of work. For example, a computer can manage information for thousands of people at once, something that would be impossible for a person to do. This allows businesses to manage big projects or large amounts of data without extra workers. Reduce dependence on human labor or less dependence on people. Machines help reduce the need for workers, especially in the situations where there are not enough people available to do work. This is useful in countries where it's hard to find enough workers, but it's also a good backup when there's a shortage of workers. Minimization of hazards or safer work environments. Some jobs in the office are dangerous, like cleaning or lifting heavy items. Machines can do these jobs instead of people, keeping workers safe from injury or any kind of illness. For example, machines can clean office floors without putting workers at risk. Saving office space. Offices often don't have a lot of space, and renting office space can be expensive, especially in big cities. Machines help save space by allowing tasks to be done more efficiently with fewer people. For example, a computer can store large amounts of data that would otherwise take a lot of room in an office. Comfort and ease. Machines also make the office more comfortable for workers. For example, air conditioners, fans, and even office chairs are machines that make the workplace better. Machines like these help workers feel more comfortable and help improve their productivity. Lesser or reducing fraud. Some machines can help reduce dishonesty in the office. For instance, time clocks records when employees arrive and leave, which helps prevent people from lying about their working hours. Better control. Machines also help managers control the office better. Timekeeping machines, automatic signing machines, and other tools help keep track of tasks and ensure that everything is done on time and correctly. Problems with office machines or mechanization. Labor displacement. While office machines have many benefits, they also come up with some problems. One of the biggest issues is that machines can replace people, leading to people losing jobs. For example, a computer can do work of many employees, which might be a problem in countries where many people are already out of work, or in those countries which suffer from unemployment. In some places, machines are seen as a way to reduce the number of workers needed, which can make the situation worse for people who are already struggling to find jobs. Underutilization of machines. Another problem is that sometimes expensive machines are not used enough to make them worthwhile. For example, an office might buy a very expensive printer or computer but only use it a few times a month. This can lead to wastage of money if the machines are not used regularly. In such cases, it might be better to rent the machine instead of buying it. High costs. Machines also come with high costs, not just for buying them, but also for maintaining them and fixing them when they break. This can add up, especially for small businesses with limited budgets. Impact on employee morale. In some cases, using machines can even make employees feel less valued as they might feel that machines are replacing their roles and their jobs. Checklist of consideration before purchasing machines. Before purchasing office machines, it's important to think carefully. Here are some things to consider. Durability. The machine should be strong and last a long time. It's not good idea to buy machines that break down easily because it costs more money to in the long run. Facility of operation or ease of use. Machines should be easy for workers to operate. This will help employees learn how to use them quickly and avoid mistakes. Portability. Some machines should be easy to move from one place to another in the office. This is especially important if different people need to use them in different areas of the office. Availability of service and maintenance. It's important that there is a place to repair the machine if it breaks. Machines that are easy to repair will be more useful in the long run. Cost. Cost is always an important factor when buying machines. It's not just about how much the machines cost initially, but also the cost of the machines and using it. Sometimes a cheaper machine might be more expensive in the end because it has higher maintenance costs. Necessity. Before buying a machine, ask if it is really necessary. Sometimes a task can be done manually or with a simpler, less expensive method. Safety. Machines should be safe to use. They should not be harmful to the people using them or the environment. Standardization. If your office is using a lot of machines, it's better to use the same type of machines to make things easier to manage. Standardization helps keep things organized and simple. Suitability. The machines should be appropriate for the office. It should fit in the space you have, and there should be people who know how to maintain it. Types of office machines. In modern offices, various types of machines and equipment are used to carry out different tasks. It's hard to group these machines in a simple way, but one approach is to organize them based on what they do. According to Littlefield and Rachel, office equipment can be divided into four groups. Data assembling equipment. It consists of machines which are used to gather data. Data processing equipment. It consists of machines that process the gathered data. Data communicating equipment. These are the machines that share the processed data. And data recording equipment. These are the machines used to record and store data. Another way to classify office machines, as suggested by Jackson, divides them into five categories. Typewriters, which are traditional machines for typing. Duplicate machines, used to copy data, which are used to copy documents. Imprinting machines, which are used to add marks or signatures to the document. Computing, accounting, and tabulating machines. These are the machines used for calculating and organizing data. Communicating machines. These are the devices used for communication like phones and fax machines. Now let's look at each type of machine in more detail. Typewriters. Typewriters were once one of the most commonly used office machines and also one of the oldest office machines. They help people type documents quickly and neatly. This made it easier to read and understand written work. Typewriters also allowed people to make multiple copies of a document, which was much faster than doing it by hand. Depending on the type of paper and carbon used, a typewriter could produce 5 to 9 copies of the document at once. In recent years, electronic typewriters have become more popular because they produce much cleaner and more consistent results. Electronic models also allow the users to make copies with less effort. Some typewriters, like automatic and composing typewriters, were designed for high speed typing or to create documents with various styles. While mechanical typewriters are still used in some offices, many are being replaced by computers, which are more efficient and versatile. Duplicating machines. Duplicating machines are essential in many offices as they allow employees to make multiple copies of the documents quickly and easily. For small scale duplication, a typewriter might be sufficient, but if for a larger volume of copies, office relies on duplicating machines. There are several types of duplicating machines, each with its own method of copying documents. First one, it's hectograph. This machine is also known as gelatin duplicator. It is an expensive option. It works by using a special ink or carbon paper to write or type a document. The document is then pressed onto a gelatin surface, which produces up to 50 copies at a time. The hectograph is ideal for small volume copying needs. Mimeograph. This machine uses a stencil duplicator process. A stencil means it's a stiff sheet of material with a design or image cut on it. When you apply ink or paint to a stencil, the design is printed on the surface below. First, a stencil is created by typing onto a special coated tissue paper. The stencil is then placed on the mimeograph machine and ink is applied to it. The ink passes through the holes of the stencil onto the paper below, creating copies of the original document. Mimeograph machines can produce up to 5,000 copies at a time, making them suitable for medium volume duplication. They come with both manual and electric versions, with electric machines being more efficient and easier to operate. Multigraph. The multigraph is a more advanced machine that functions like a small printing press. It can both type and print documents. The multigraph can produce a large number of copies quickly and is typically used for high volume duplication. Motor driven multigraphs can make up 3,000 copies per hour, making them suitable for large scale printing needs. Multilith. This machine is also called as an office offset duplicator. It uses a rubber roll to transfer an image from a master copy onto paper. The master copy is created by typing or photographing the original document onto a zinc plate. The multilith machine then transfers the ink onto paper, producing high quality copies quickly and efficiently. This type of machine is great for offices that need to produce many copies of documents as it can handle high volumes of duplication. Photocopiers. Photocopiers are machines that use light and photographic processes to create copies of documents. Photocopiers are widely used in modern offices because they are fast and efficient. These machines can reproduce documents in their original size or even shrink or enlarge them as needed. For offices that handle large amounts of documents and face space limitations, microfilming is becoming a popular option where microfilm allows larger volumes of documents to be stored in a much smaller space. Photocopiers are also used in conjunction with various digital technologies to produce high quality copies that can be stored electronically. Imprinting machines. Imprinting machines are used to add marks, stamps, or signatures to documents. These machines don't duplicate or copy documents. Instead, they create specific impressions that are added to existing documents. There are several types, such as impression stamps, addressing machines, signature machines. Impressing stamps are nothing but rubber stamps, which are commonly used to mark on documents with symbols or certain words such as like paid, date, or registered. They are simple to use and can be quick way to add necessary information to a documents just by stamping on them. Addressing machines. These machines are used to print addresses on envelopes or forms. This is especially useful for large mailing tasks when printing addresses by hand would take time consuming and inefficient. Signature machines. These machines can automatically add signatures to the documents, making them particularly used for offices that need to handle large number of signed documents quickly. Computing, accounting, and tabulating machines. These machines are designed to perform complex calculations and organize data. They're particularly useful in large organizations where handling numbers manually would be too slow and error prone. Some of the machines in this category include computing machines. These machines perform basic arithmetic operations such as additions, subtractions, multiplications, and divisions. Accounting machines. These machines are designed to handle accounting tasks such as bookkeeping, billing, and posting financial transactions. They can process large amounts of data and generate financial reports automatically. Some accounting machines can even type out customer names and calculate totals and discounts. Tabulating machines. These machines are used to organize and summarize large sets of data, making them useful in fields such as statistics, census data collection, and research. Communicating machines. Communication is a key aspect of office work, and several machines are designed to help employees communicate with each other and with people outside the office. Some of the most commonly used communication machines includes telephones and mobile phones. Maintenance of machines. In any office, it's important to properly maintain the machines and equipment that are used on daily basis. In many large offices, they are dedicated service personnel who are responsible for maintaining and repairing machines. These employees should be well trained and knowledgeable about the machines they are responsible for. Some organizations choose to have service contracts with external vendors, while others have in house maintenance teams. For employees who use machines, it's also important to take good care of the equipment. For example, workers who use typewriters should clean their machines regularly, dust the keys, and ensure that they are properly covered when not in use. Proper maintenance can help extend the life of the machines and prevent breakdowns. Inventory of machines. Every office should keep an inventory of its machines, which is a list of all the equipment owned by the office. This inventory should include details like machine's identification number, its description, the date it was purchased, and how it is like its condition. It's important to update the inventory regularly so that the office knows what equipment it has and can track the condition of each machine. This helps protect the office from theft and ensures machines are used properly. Modern offices rely heavily on various types of machines and equipment to facilitate efficient workflow and ensure smooth day to day operations. From the essential typewriters that were once central to office tasks to the advanced computing, accounting, and duplicating machines that handle large scale data processing and reproduction, each type of machine has a specific role for enhancing productivity. The categorization of office machines based on tasks they perform, whether for assembling, processing, communicating, or recording data, it helps in understanding how each device fits into broader office ecosystem. In addition, the importance of maintaining these machines cannot be overstated. Proper care, regular maintenance, and establishment of inventories for equipment ensure that office functions smoothly and that machines last longer. As technology advances, more traditional machines like typewriters are being replaced by modern digital tools, particularly computers and mobile phones, which provide a greater functionality. However, a structured approach to managing and maintaining office machines, whether through in house teams or external service contracts, remains crucial to avoiding disruptions in the workflow. Ultimately, as businesses continue to evolve, the role of office machines and the way they are maintained will be pivotal in maintaining high levels of productivity and efficiency, ensuring that office environment remains organized, well equipped, and capable of handling the demands of modern work. So we have completed this unit. In the next class, let's discuss the last two units. So if you have any doubts, please ask me. Okay, thank you then. See you all tomorrow.